Let's call this the science of Crocs. I have been so impressed and thankful for all the 5-star reviews and the audience so far. We are just gaining a massive following. I think we'll start the cult probably within 6 months. So just hang on, stick with us. We are growing our numbers. Once we hit critical mass, we will be moving forward with the plan. So thank you. Once I hit that influencer status and get my influencer card, we're well on our way. So thank you, folks. I mean, every day I get up in the morning, I read my own book, I watch my own movie, eat my own meal, and do my own podcast. That is my morning routine. Take that, Andrew Huberman. I do not take cold plunges. All right, let's just get into everything. Ridiculousness, the TV show that just like makes fun of videos from the internet, just asked if they could use my video putting 3D printed balls on the back of my Crocs. That video has done better than all my other videos combined. It has like 26 million views. Really, really well done. It took me like 3 minutes to make and just blew up on the internet. The original sound, I think, got taken down from social media sites, so it doesn't even have sound, and people still watch that all the time. I don't know why. Maybe I should put it out. If you're looking for a Father's Day present, this is probably perfect for mowing the lawn. These nuts, I guess, attach right to the back of your Crocs, just like the ones that come on big diesel trucks. I think they get to drive off the lot with them with the trucks, but you have to buy these separately for Crocs. So that will be premiering on Ridiculousness. Like, two of my bigger things that have the most interest are when I ran a 5K in Crocs. Runner's World picked that up and did an article. I guess it was a slander piece, or I guess I shouldn't use the S word. It was a puff piece. The title is, "This athlete ran a 5K wearing Crocs, but here's why we don't recommend that." So they tell my story, some things that not really part of the story. The real part of the story comes up down here, where the first podiatrist, Anna Weber, doctor of podiatric medicine. I don't know what podiatric, I didn't even know that was a word. Okay, but she says there's a difference between cushy and cushion. It's a common misconception that something cushy would be good for your feet, but what most of us really need is something with more stability. When you're wearing Crocs, you're really not getting the support or stability features that you do with a running shoe. So that's the first person who says they wouldn't run in Crocs. And the second one, yep, they did interview 2 doctors to say that what I did was stupid. Dr. Courtney Conley, a chiropractic physician specializing in foot and gait mechanics at Gait Happens in Golden, Colorado, acknowledges Crocs have a wide toe box, but points out that plenty of running shoes offer the same benefit. For a 5K, this is what she says. For a 5K, one might be able to get away with this, but for the majority of distance runners, having the appropriate shoe can be the icing on the cake for performance. Running shoes that allow this same forefoot splay are, she lists a couple different brands. These give the benefits of a wide toe box, but with more structure to accommodate different terrains and allow for longer distance running. Well, guess what, guys? Something big just happened. A man broke the world record for a marathon in Crocs. He ran a 2:58:24, 2 hours, 58 seconds, 24 minutes. Chris Howitt filmed the entire thing, videoed it, completely perfect, flawless execution. That's a Boston qualifying time, sub 3 hours. Take that, submitted it to the Guinness Book of World Records. Incredible video. And I think it just proves that Crocs are the premier footwear. It was his first marathon and he pulled out a sub 3. So take that, everyone who's been hating on Crocs. And also, I always get the last laugh because the title photo of the Crocs accomplishment that I did when Runner's World wrote that up is me standing in one of those shirts that looks like you have a really big hairy belly. So that's definitely a win. All right, moving on from Croc talk. Now that we've covered every distance from 5K to marathon, we're trying to get those middle distance runners in here. And I think this will trick the algorithm into really getting them to jump on board. Also, check out Chris Howitt's video. Actually, I'll just drop like a good clip in here and a link to his video in the show notes. Wow, I sound like a real podcaster. All right, here's the clip.
I'm about to attempt to break the record for the world's fastest marathon in Crocs. in what is my first ever marathon.
All right. And now in other news, I have been recently given 15 extra hours per week. It's pretty strange because for the training for Cocodona, everything like that, I was training, I guess, 15 up to 20 hours a week for that. And now I'm finally not running. I'm hurt. I'm injured. I'm like my first injury of my life here. I haven't run in almost 4 weeks now. I'm going a little crazy, which is why I have this podcast and I'm doing this special episode here in my house that's kind of dark. It's sunny outside, but I'm going to go on a walk after this because I'm a big walk guy, big walk energy. But another thing I am, big eclipse guy. I simply love eclipses. This year I decided I was going to the eclipse. Well, not even this year. Last year, decided I was going to the eclipse this year. Started making plans in October. I'm telling you, big eclipse energy. I went in 2017 and it is wild. It's crazy. The sun just disappears in the middle of the day. You see the shadow come at you. Everything goes dark. You got to be in 100% totality. I always say, give me totality or give me death. Heard it here first. That's my quote. I should put that on a t-shirt. I did make Eclipse merch. It's on my website. Not even joking. That is not a joke, but the merch is kind of jokes. You'll have to check it out. freeoutside.com/store. That's a plug for me. Anyways, so this Eclipse, 2017 was good and just new. Had to travel. Looked at flights. They were pretty expensive, but found one to Nashville. So we went out there, rented a car. It was a very expensive trip. You're getting like 5 minutes of totality. So our price per minute of totality, it was not a bargain. Flew out there, rented a truck. It was a pretty sick truck, actually. I think it was a Toyota Tacoma. Drove to Southern Illinois, so drove 2 hours, camped out, and sat in a big old field and just watched the sun disappear. The birds go quiet. It gets eerie, silent, gets dusk. The temperature plummets, and then you see the moon slowly go in front of the sun. And then it's gone. It's dark. It's like nighttime. This would have been crazy if you were living in the Middle Ages, which luckily we are not. But it disappears, and it's like the coolest 5 minutes you'll ever experience. I mean, it's worth the price of admission, and the price of admission for us was a lot. So I've been trying to find out when the next eclipse is, and I went on this website that talks about eclipses, and I realized I don't really know anything about astrology or astronomy. Whichever one does stars. But I do know my horoscope. I'm a Scorpio, obviously. And then, so they list all these different ones, and there's like lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. But they say partial, total. I don't know the difference in them. There's like annular eclipses. Anyways, that's how I've been spending my free time. Not going great, but I'm doing my PT every day. This is a reminder. If you're supposed to do your PT, keep this podcast playing in the background and get that done. So we've done eclipses, we've done Crocs, we've pretty much done everything. Now let's just move into our game of the day, because who doesn't love games? I'm like a 5-year-old dressed in a 33-year-old body. That's weird. Okay, the game of today, it's called Deal or No Deal. Let's do it. I read through a recent contract I received that I did not take, and you simply at the end decide deal or no deal. Pretty fun, sure to get me probably eventually. Number 1, the brand will provide the opportunity to shape the future of a brand you love, sneak peek at new releases, opportunity for your story to be celebrated and shared on their social media to help build your personal brand. Well, that's nice. Connection to a broader community of dedicated athletes. 10, count them, 10. Free shoes per year. 5, 50% off coupons. A 10% community code to share with your followers. Sick. Access to branded gear and apparel exclusive to their team. That's pretty sick. Okay, to get all of that, remember it's deal or no deal. This is what the athlete would provide. Highlight the brand regularly on social media, minimum 1 per week. Demonstrate support for this brand by not using competitors. Practice ethical and upstanding social media etiquette. Always. Duh. Wear this brand's apparel when training and racing. A long paragraph, just breezing through it. Help elevate this brand's presence. Help elevate this brand's presence by regularly documenting your journey and highlighting them on posts regularly. Promote new launches and marketing. Post product reviews and relevant discussion. Make your social media public. Actively participate in forums and online discussions when the brand arises. Wow, that's an interesting one. Generate unique and meaningful branded content. Fill out surveys detailing the experience you've had with their products. Provide regular constructive feedback. Now that's a fun one. All right, that's it. Deal or no deal? Only got a couple seconds. Yeah, I usually don't take branded things if there's not money involved, and that's where I stand. So the product trades, I think, can maybe be worth it when you're getting into it, but it is at cost for them. And I think the value is what brands and people put into it. And since this is really my niche, my brand, my job, I think you just have to draw the line at some monetary compensation. That can be in different forms, such as race reimbursement, travel, stuff like that. Lots of different things in the athlete world, and should probably get more into sponsorship in general. But rule of thumb for me and anyone who wants to make a true side hustle or a career in the outdoor space, or probably any athletic space, is you have to start attaching money to your relationships eventually. I mean, you can get in at some point, that's really good in building, but eventually you have to have that discussion and that understanding that where you're getting to involves money, because that's what it takes these days. All right, that was today's edition of Deal or No Deal.